This today is brought to you by Signal Financial Group.
To my people out there working hard to expand your horizons, chasing a flawless dream. Keep your eyes on the prize and we don't look back. It's forward thinking, on to the new stuff. It's time to lay bricks on the foundation of your future.
Get set with Signia to be sure the world will be yours. Take you to exceptional, incredible new heights. And get set with Signia.
Signia, quality solutions for your financial needs.
This is Business Today for Thursday, September 4th, 2014. I'm Vic Fernandes. Minister of Industry Don Villinis has issued a challenge to players in the renewable energy sector to ensure their technicians and others providing services are highly trained. He issued the call on Wednesday at the offices of the Barbados Coalition of Service Industries during the launch of a draft solar PV consumer guide. Mr. Innes called on industry players not to settle for mediocrity. As he suggested, the guide should help the sector to expand. The guide, which has been introduced by the Barbados Renewable Energy Association, BREA, is aimed at educating Barbadians on the use of photovoltaic systems, common mistakes made by people in the industry, and provide tips on how to lower electricity costs.
We certainly would not go and buy more of the car before getting the advice of someone who's a trained and recognized mechanic or whatever. And likewise, within this new industry, I'm certainly sending a message as we go forward that those who come to the consumers offering services in respect to photovoltaic systems or renewable energy systems on the whole ought to be individuals that have been qualified, however that qualification is defined by the competent authority. And whilst it is a new industry and we're still learning, it is not too early or too late in the game for us to pay greater attention to such. So therefore, I believe that going forward, we're going to have to ensure that those who are installers are certified to do that.
Meanwhile, Executive Director of the Barbados Renewable Energy Association, BREA, Clyde Griffith, says he is pleased that more businesses are getting involved in the use of solar power systems as they seek to drive down their operational costs. He expects the trend to continue as fossil fuel costs continue to rise and impact the cost of electricity at the domestic level.
Businesses are now coming around. They're mindful of the cost of doing business as it relates to electricity usage, and they were slow at first, but now we gather that they're really working hard. And Caribbean LED is one of the success stories. Jim Reed's company, they're one of the success stories doing installations. Williams Industries, they're doing a lot of work in the commercial sector and indeed in the upper class household sector. That is particularly important to those people who are mindful of what kind of money they're spending on electricity bills.
At another event, Minister of Industry Don Villinis promised the development of a new industrial policy and strategy to help propel Barbados's industrial sector forward. Speaking at the recent 25th anniversary celebration of McBride, a manufacturer of aerosol products, Innes outlined the objectives of the new policy. He says he will be hosting a number of meetings with business leaders to discuss the strategy. An operator of a local financial institution raises concerns that some business operators have not mastered basic mathematics. Chief Executive Officer of the Signia Financial Group, Paul Ashby, made the observation recently as he welcomed a new project aimed at improving the mathematics scores of students in primary schools. The program, Math Fanatics, was introduced by JCI Barbados and will initially go from September 13th to April 25th, 2015. Mr. Ashby believes the program will help to fill a gap for future entrepreneurs.
Far too many persons are afraid of mathematics. In the business that we're in Signia, we lend people money and we invest money for persons as well. But a lot of people are not very comfortable with numbers. And you meet a lot of persons who who run businesses and don't understand the importance of financial statements and so on. And outside of the results that we have seen in common entrance, we believe that there is a wide gap to be filled for just understanding the basics of mathematics. And so this project will go a long way to, I believe, improving an area that is completely lacking in our society.
Local clothing designer Raj Paul is happy with the level of support he's getting for his popular brand Evolve t-shirt designs. And he tells Business Today that while his operation is not yet at the level he wants it to be, he is sure it will get there. The brand Evolve was introduced 3 years ago. Mr. Paul says his shirts are a big hit among people from as far away as Japan and Germany, and the local customer base was just as vibrant, with many Barbadians not only purchasing the shirts for themselves, but as gifts to take overseas. Paul assures he will continue to offer more competitive pricing while producing a high-quality product.
I'm not really in the margins that I need to be sustainable yet, but I'm making it happen with the support of those who love what we do. So yes, there's gonna be a point in time when things will have to change, where we are gonna get better prices and so on. And until that time comes, I'm not gonna put something inferior on the market.
Prior to focusing on branding, Paul was involved in designing and sewing apparel. He says he's in the process of acquiring a studio where he could resume.
I have the tools in place, and I have the space. So bring them together is really the cash. But there's so many people that want to see it happen again. People call me up and say, "Hey Raj, I love that you back on the cut and sew, because I want to get some clothes made for my whatever wedding or going out or whatever. I want something original." So I'm very pleased with that coming along.
Now for today's financial tip. When running a business, it is important to know and understand your targeted audience. This will result in you providing them with what they want and need, ultimately saving you from stocking up on unnecessary items. That's been the Business Today. Join us again on Tuesday. Until then, you can get more business and news by logging on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribing to our e-paper, and liking us on Facebook. I'm Vic Fernandez.
Business Today is brought to you by Signal Financial Group.
To my people out there working hard to expand your horizons, chasing a flawless dream. Keep your eyes on the prize and we don't look back. It's forward thinking, on to the new stuff. It's time to lay bricks on the foundation of your future.
Get set with Signia to be sure the world will be yours. Take you to exceptional, incredible new heights. And get set with Signia.
Signia, quality solutions for your financial needs.